I'm good. How are you? Well, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. I did injure my ankle at work. So, yeah, I'm trying to heal from that. I've been in pain for the last couple days, been having to take it easy, but I am getting to the business. I'm getting everything done. I'm still, pressing. So, it's whatever. I hope y'all been doing great, doing all right. So y'all know this is the 222 portal, right? Okay, I hope y'all have been doing your work and manifesting. This is one of the most powerful, portals that, we can manifest from. And we know that we're not going to see this ever happen again in the next 20 years. So there'll never be a February 2nd, February 22nd, 2022 portal again. I thought that was cool. That's a little scientific fact. Nothing real spiritual, but yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the prayers and the love and the support. Yeah. Hey y'all. So I do want to let y'all know that y'all divine masculine or your person put the energy where it goes. Man, they feeling like the utmost emotion towards y'all, for real. Look, abundance, get paid, young nigga, get paid. Oh, snaps. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. We about to get paid. Not only are we getting paid, but, we're about to, get all of our wishes fulfilled, wishes granted. If you know you've been putting in the work and you know that you've been doing the healing, as a true divine being that you are, you're going to get everything that you put out into the universe. I'm telling you, every seed that you planted to manifest into your reality, into your 3D plane is going to happen. Look. Get paid, young nigga, get paid. Holy Spirit said take it. So I am. Yeah. You about to get paid. I'm telling you, you and your twin, your person, even if you alone, this could just be you on your solo shit too. Now, I ain't gonna put everybody in a, twin flame or, soulmate, tie or connection. But just know you're about to get paid. Everything that you put out into the universe, everything that you worked hard towards is getting ready to manifest this year, 2022. This portal is, I told y'all, the gateway is open. So be prepared. Look out for your manifestations, but remain faithful. Have faith and trust in the universe, okay? Your shit's about to come through. Get paid. Yeah, look. Your ancestors and divine team wants you to know they love you. You got divine love already out the flip. Already out the flip. So just know that the universe is on your side. Whether your twin comes along for the journey or not. As long as you've been doing the work and the manifestations, yeah, it's going to come. Yeah, there was a child porn ring. Okay, I feel government ties with that. I don't feel like that's tied to your person per se. I feel like that's just that's like worldwide. That's a worldwide issue. It's not just in the United States. But child pornography and stuff, that type of stuff is worldwide. So that's a worldwide issue that needs to be, handled, period, point blank. No child should be, defiled, against their will. That's not their free will of choice to be in a child porn ring. Like, that's sick as fuck. And as a matter of fact, I was watching a movie called, Devil in a Blue Dress, and the movie dated back like early 1940s, something like that. But it was a man that was running for mayor that was adopting children and molesting them, and there were pictures. But back then, $7,000 was a lot of money. That's probably a movie y'all should go watch. It's called A Devil in a Blue Dress or whatever. But yeah. A Leo, so you could be a Leo, your person could be a Leo, but y'all about to get paid though. I keep hearing that, I seeing that. Last name Campbell, last name Campbell. You are your person. Look, the Pope came out. Look, what did I say? I said that's a worldwide issue. Child porn ring and the Pope. All right, we already know what the Catholic Church is about. Let's just get that out the way. We know what they be on. So like I said, Holy Spirit be knowing. He be telling me. God be telling me. You know, God be letting me know. You know, ain't the weed. Rob be letting me know. But yeah, somebody with the name Jerome, okay, could be you know, significant to someone. Holy Spirit. What's the 411? What do we need to know? Archangel Michael, can you protect this reading as well as the collective? Look, it's so much that want to come out. Look, corrupt government officials. I can't make it up. I told you that's a worldwide issue that needs to be corrected. These motherfuckers need to be taken out. And they need to be relinquished of these hierarchy positions within the government and within the, you know, when it comes to religion and shit. Like, that's, I don't like that shit. Like, no. You know, they abuse their power. And I don't like that. I've never been I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I don't even like talking about that. Look, corrupt government officials came out again. I don't like talking about that. Like, yeah, all these motherfuckers tied in with this child porn ring and shit. And this shit needs to come to a fucking end. Like, sick motherfuckers. Why would y'all want to taint the innocence of a child? They know nothing of that nature. Like, they're innocent. They only know about it when they're, you know, introduced to it. It don't be these children's time to be in you know, introduced to sex and, you know, sexuality and, you know, man on men, that type of sick ass shit. They mind is pure. These motherfuckers are corrupting these young people and they wonder why they running around here fucked up already. Look, clone energy. Yeah, these motherfuckers want to clone divine feminine and divine masculine's energy. But they cannot. It's like you can't be touched. You can't be cloned. You're too authentic. And it's because you work to get there. So anybody trying to walk around in your energy or clone themselves as you, or even do that mirror on the wall type shit, they could never be you. You're one of a kind. You're a chosen being. You know, you are aggressively imitated. You know, but you can't be duplicated. You know, this is original. You are an original. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What else? Holy Spirit, what's the 411? Yeah, masturbation. I felt that because y'all, I told y'all person feeling sexual, like they feelings is off the roof. So I feel like this is your person masturbating. I feel like your person is trying to like manifest you through like masturbation, like sex magic. I think you're oh shit. Some of y'all divine masculines been out here researching sex magic, trying to manifest you back in their life. So just know that some of y'all divine masculines been watching tarot, keeping up with you. While you think you keeping up with your divine masculine, they keeping up with you. Hiding the message of monsters ain't they're using kids mostly for energy harvesting. Yes, most definitely. That's so sick and crazy. Like, and because children are pure, they know of no darkness. They only know of darkness when it's been introduced to them. Or, you know, if they're gifted. And then even still then, that is not that type of darkness. It's this right here is just some sick, sadistic ass shit. When it comes to this child porn shit, all this sex trafficking, like y'all can't get y'all hormones in order. The fuck? Y'all sitting down here breaking these kids' souls and spirits and shit. Don't give a fuck about none of it. Walking around here dictating and giving orders and ain't got shit in line they damn self. Holy Spirit, what's the 411? Holy Spirit, what's the 411? See, this is why I don't be doing these too, though, because some of this stuff be making me feel away, and I ain't with none of that kitty shit. Ah, boy, listen. Nah, yeah, I ain't with none of that. Holy Spirit, what's the 411? Archangel Michael, continue to protect this reading. Holy ancestors, holy ancient ancestors. I put a spell on you, y'all. I told you your divine masculine, look. ascension symptoms. Your masculine might be going through some shit where they feel like they, kind of losing their mind, because it's a lot of illusions that have been brought down, especially with this clone energy. These karmics can no longer get away with that clone magic, trying to mimic and imitate you, divine feminine or divine masculine, put the energy where it goes. But I'm seeing more so divine feminines being cloned and mimicked and imitated. And your person is going through this type of ascension, like an awakening, like their third eye. So a lot of things there, it's like a tower moment, because it's shocking. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I was really under, like, that really put me under. So it was really the devil on my back. Like, some of these masculines going through that, because they weren't as spiritually in tune as you, divine feminine, or you, divine masculine, watching. Put the energy where it go. So you got to understand that in their spiritual awakening, where most of us divine feminines, we've already had our major tower moments. Now it's more so about, maintaining the foundation, staying aligned, making sure we stay connected to the Most High. We manifest nothing but prosperity and greatness. We on that. These divine masculines just now seeing, even though you have been telling, or you may have been giving your divine masculines hints like, bruh, this ain't you. I ain't gonna force you to see it, but let me tell you, bruh, you're under a spiritual attack. Even if you didn't say black magic, even if you were just like, bruh, you're under spiritual attack. Like, they didn't see it like that. Whatever, you tripping, you just off too much in the spiritual shit, and you think you know everything type shit. Yeah, that was them. Yeah, that was them and their ego and shit. But now it's like this tower is happening, and they seeing these cloned individuals for who they are, and it's mind-boggling, should I say. Holy Spirit, what's the 411? Okay, Mary Barra. Oh my God, y'all! Oh my God! Oh shit! Oh shit! Y'all, hold on. That's for me, bruh. This is the CEO of the company that I work for. And I felt this energy right here. And it's right now, I'm having a tower moment right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm having a tower moment right now. This is why I'm under so much spiritual attack at work, because this shit right here, because I see beyond. I have the all-seeing eye of perspective. Like Horus, I resonate heavily with that God energy. I do, because I see beyond the physical. Like, my perspective, everything that I see, I can see from every angle. And I saw this energy right here, and it's fucking making my heart like, ah. I'm sorry, y'all. But, like I said, I'm not exempt. As I speak to y'all, I'm speaking to myself sometimes, So this energy right here, this CEO with the child porn ring, the government corrupt government officials, the Pope, and the clone energy here, I'm telling you, bruh, this shit right here got me like, what? Everything that I'm seeing at work is adding up. That's why I'm really shocked, because I'm like, yeah, this shit is going down. Like, I see it. So, yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Tired, and now finding out she was doing magic on him. He's awakening. Yeah, it's rough. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these people don't tell y'all, like, y'all have to have compassion with some of these divine masculines. Now, I'm not saying all divine masculines, or some do decide to stay on the darker side of their energy. But the ones who choose to awaken and choose to see with that third eye, y'all got to understand it's deeper than that. You had your time to heal and, break down and, try to understand and act and call in your spirit team to help you. You have to allow your divine masculine to do the same. And when your divine masculine approaches you, you have to have compassion. Period. Ain't nobody perfect. I'm not giving no passes to nobody, because even us as divine feminines, we fall short. Even if it's not as detrimental or as bad as our divine masculine. Sometimes we fall short, because I'm not gonna lie, I gotta work on my attitude and my delivery. I'm just be 100 because I've had to operate in my masculine energy so long by being a single mother, a sole provider, and, you know, taking care of a household, that I had to learn, like, you know, you are still a woman. You feel what I'm saying? You do have children. Like, you have to learn when to pipe down on that masculine energy and tap into your feminine energy, your empress energy, your nurturing energy, you know, understanding, being compassionate, empathetic, you know, that type of energy. Because I was used to, you know, walking around like shit. I had the balls, you know what I mean? But there's a balance to everything. So I'm not going to sit up here and fake like, oh, I just had it all together. No, I did not. I don't. I still don't have it all together. I'm still learning with y'all. That's what everybody fails to understand. Like, don't put these readers on a pedestal. We don't put nobody on a pedestal. I don't even put these celebrities on a pedestal. You know who I put on a pedestal? I put the Most High God on a pedestal because he would never steer me wrong. And I allow the Most High God to continue to allow my spiritual team to interact with me, talk to me, bond with me, help me to see what I'm not seeing. So, yeah, like, bro, I'm still walking with y'all. I'm with y'all. Shit. So, yeah. But know your person is feeling you. Look, false rape and molestation allegations. So, some of y'all masculines could have been involved in a false molestation allegation. Y'all got to understand, these karmics was pulling all the stops because it was not necessarily that your divine masculine wanted to be with somebody else. It was because it was of who you are, divine feminine. You have to understand that if y'all are definitely on a twin flame journey, y'all are definitely high-ranking spiritual beings. So yes, every lower vibrational energy don't want to see twin flames come together because y'all meant to break curses, generational curses, and y'all meant to help reset the world. Y'all are meant to co-create to bring in a higher vibrational, you know what I'm saying, civilization. Bring back balance and justice. Unconditional love and light. This ain't just about who on top, who better than who. Because at the end of the day, we all had to do some type of work to get to where we are. Especially if you're a high priestess, because you definitely had to learn how to balance out the light and the dark. That's just period, point blank. So get that understood. So understood, if you're masculine, because this is definitely somebody's divine masculine, was fighting allegations and trying to fight for their life over a false rape or molestation allegation. Those are serious allegations. So understand if your masculine did not come to you right then and there, or when you wanted them to come, understand that we're really dealing with some heavy ass shit. These karmics wasn't playing fair at all. Period, point blank. I don't apologize if I'm offending nobody. Like I said, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it raw on this channel. So, like, if you don't feel me, then you don't feel me. Cool. I ain't mad at you. Like Tupac said. Bro, I ain't mad at nobody. I'm just not for you. We're on two different frequencies, you know? We don't vibe, and that's all right. Maybe one day we will, you know? Shit. But let me get back to this reading. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. All right, it was all a setup to get divine masculine hit. What did I say? I can't make this shit up, bruh. I really cannot. Y'all heard me say everything I had to say without these cards, right? Look, it was all a setup to get divine masculine hit, bruh. They was trying to take your person out. Out. If your person wasn't staying with these karmic energies, they wanted them gone. Finito, out of here. They wanted to see, I'm hearing that Erykah Badu song. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Thank you, Holy Father, for the confirmation. But they wanted y'all to have to reincarnate again. They wanted to take your person out. They wanted to take the vessel that your person is inhabiting out. They don't want y'all to come together. Period. This is a spiritual war. This ain't got nothing to do about what if the karmic look better or none of that shit. If you are in line with your spirit man and the Most High and the higher vibrational frequencies, ain't none of that shit gonna matter. The looks, the dress, and none of that shit, because it's about the energy. And energy don't lie. The fuck? Shit, people better understand this shit ain't for play. Motherfuckers is getting taken out. For real. Shit. This ain't for play. I don't know, man. I feel like somebody out there think this a game and it's not. Bro, y'all better understand these spiritual warfares. They don't play fair. The devil don't play fair. What you mean? Come on now. Y'all thought, oh, they just gonna let your divine masculine go. Hell no. Nah, y'all gonna be building a whole legacy in the empire. Look, the feds watching. I can't make it up, bruh. I can't make it up. False rape allegations. The feds is watching. They mad. They mad because your person is now fighting back in the spiritual realm. They're understanding like, oh, damn, this is more than just physical. That's my mama, but it ain't my mama. Oh, damn, that's my wife, but that ain't my wife. I got to get the fuck up out of here. Period. And you're the safe haven. I can't make it up. Look, the Kardashians, all of them. All of them. Clones. They be... Man, bruh. I ain't gonna get into it about these Kardashians though, but just know these bitches be cloning our energy. That's why they sleeping with our men. And I ain't against interracial relationships. I'm not. But them, I know what they own. They ain't nothing but some witches. They witches and they harvesting our energy. Why you think they crossbreeding? Why do you think the Kardashians are crossbreeding? Because they're not doing it for love. It's not love. They're trying to keep their bloodline alive. Have y'all watched Lovecraft Country? Remember when she had to kill old dude to become immortal because his blood was tied to all the shit? Everything they needed. Yeah, this is that. Them Kardashians, that's that. They want to talk of that. That hand said a whole lot. I don't know if y'all saw that. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for the confirmation. Go look up her hand. She got hands of a dark witch. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Now, talking about give her a break. Nah, fuck that. Don't give her no motherfucking break. As much as they down black women and steal from us, everything we do, they do. And call it theirs. Man, get the fuck out of here. Shit. And I'm not racist by far. So you can miss my channel with that shit because I show love to everybody. But facts is facts. I am an original. Shit. Get the fuck out of here with that. Right, 3 kids later, but Kanye was such a bad motherfucking husband and shit. Get out of here. Like, miss me with that shit. They tried to tear Jordan down. Like, fuck you mean? Nah, y'all wouldn't, man, get out of here, bruh. Anyway, Holy Spirit, what's the 411? See, this is why I'm like doing this stuff. Look, all that fell. Look, expose situation. I was told to take these. Expose situation. So somebody had receipts on your divine masculine, threatening to leak them. Okay? Somebody is going to get slept, KO'd. So I feel like the karmic is going to get slept. Look, Tupac coming through. I ain't mad at you. You had to do what you had to do. They had to do what they had to do. They had to do what they had to do. These karmics knew they was not in competition with divine feminine at all, so they had to do all this type of shit. Look, custody battle. Can't make it up. Somebody kid, I'm telling you, somebody about to lose custody of their kids. Obsessed, because they too obsessed with this connection. You cannot intervene in a divine connection and think shit about to be sweet, bruh. These karmics done got away with it because they've been getting warnings. They have been getting, you know, hey, all right, I'm letting you know. You can go ahead and do that spell, but I'm telling you now, you gonna get some shit hit back at you. Period, point blank. And they didn't listen. They didn't listen to God when he was like, hey, chill out. Nah, they wanted to keep doing it. Nah, I do what I want. Yeah, got greedy with the power, and now they gotta get stripped of this shit. Some of them about to go to jail for false allegations and shit. You know, making a rape allegation, a molestation allegation, that could turn federal. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Somebody, karmic, is about to go to jail for false allegations. A false police report. Ooh, yeah, and it could possibly be fed time depending on how detrimental these allegations were towards your masculine or even you, divine feminine. Look, this is some skeleton key shit. I told you. Your person like, that's my mama, but that ain't my mama. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Hey, hell nah, I'm good. I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on over here, but I'm about to go ahead. I'm about to get my shit together, and I'm gonna get over here with my divine feminine, because I know my divine feminine, not only is my divine feminine gonna protect me spiritually, but we gonna get some money together too. So, yeah. Yeah, they gonna always try because y'all divine beings. But like I said, yep. Somebody, okay, if you ain't watched the movie Skeleton Key, go do that. But this is about some soul switching body shit. Like souls jumping into different bodies. So just know, like, and this could even be your divine masculine. Like, if you know, spend time with your divine masculine, you know how your divine masculine was in the beginning when it wasn't tainted versus, you know, down the line, you like, hold up, motherfucker, this ain't, what the fuck, what's wrong? Like, you did a whole switch. It's because these motherfuckers was trying to soul swipe your masculine, too. Yeah, because they didn't want y'all to be together. Damn, that's fucked up. They was trying to trap your masculine in a whole nother vessel. Oh, fuck. Bruh, these motherfuckers about to pay. Yeah, somebody could have experienced a miscarriage. Yup. Y'all, this fucked up. But I feel good energy coming out of this, though. Look, spiritual warfare is happening. I can't make it up. Spiritual warfare, I can't make it up. This some skeleton key shit. So, up y'all protection. Get y'all black obsidian and shit. Burn y'all candles. Do what y'all gotta do. You know, just don't be out here casting spells. If you into doing reversals, return to senders, that's you. But I'm just gonna say, protect your energy. Make sure y'all staying prayed up in a line, because these motherfuckers out here trying to soul swap and shit and clone y'all energy and shit. These motherfucking corrupt government officials, they in it to win it too. They don't give a fuck what they gotta do. All these corrupt ass motherfuckers, the Pope, Mary Barra, corrupt government officials, all them motherfuckers. Shit. You can't take it with your broke ass. Your person trying to spend that money on you. So I'm gonna get a couple more, and then yeah, look, karmic mother is jealous of divine feminine and divine masculine relationship. Karmic mother, how the fuck you gonna be mad? Your child happy. That's fucked up. That's why I said don't put nothing past these mothers. Okay, this one wanted to stick to the table, so I'm gonna take it. Look, DL karmic feminine. Yeah, these bitches wanted to sex ya. What? Oh shit. Oh God. Damn, y'all. Some of y'all divine masculines, karmics were down low. Like they like girls on the low, but they use men for money and shit. They really had a crush on you. Like, yeah, they had a crush on you. They wanted to, oh, they could have been masturbating to your pictures found in your divine masculine's phone and shit. Woo, shit. Okay, they got spicy real fast. Yeah, they doing sex magic. Yeah, be careful. That's why it's another need for y'all to up y'all protection. Yeah, binding spells. Yeah, these karmics trying to bind y'all energy to them. Could be doing it to your pictures, like sex magic on your pictures to bind y'all energy together. Damn, see, that's what I'm talking about. I told y'all, don't put nothing past nobody. I don't care. Somebody named Charles, okay, could be involved. Could be going through a custody battle. Somebody named Charles going through a custody battle. Y'all, these karmics crazy out they motherfucking head. Holy Spirit, what's the 411? And get some more of these messages. Then we're going to get up in this energy. All right. You were chosen to be a part of the 144,000. So like I said, you and your divine masculine, I can't make it up. You helped me heal in so many ways. So like your divine masculine, your person is coming through to say you helped heal them. Like it's spiritual warfare. And you knew that. You started doing the work. I'm telling y'all. Same sex relationship. I can't make it up. Look. Yeah, this karmic is got a low-key same-sex relationship. They in another relationship with a feminine energy, with another female. Yup. Oh, got your divine masculine tied up in some shit. A paternity case. Yup. Rape allegations. Oh. Damn. This karmic definitely lied to save their ass. They didn't want to be found out. I'm getting one storyline is this down low karmic feminine didn't want their partner to find out about them sleeping with this divine masculine. So they made a false rape or molestation allegations about your person. Oh, that's fucked up. That's why this could be federal. Some of this could be federal. Like, I don't know how deep that shit go, but yeah. Karmic father disapproved of divine feminine because he would no longer have control of divine masculine, power hungry. So you had a karmic mother and a karmic father out here that disapproved of divine feminine because you awaken your masculine in a whole nother way. Period. So that's why these motherfuckers is mad. On top of these motherfuckers getting found out in this child porn ring. Okay? Fucking on kids and shit. It's your confidence. Yeah. It's a boy. Look, overall energy, it's a boy. Oh, man. So, some of y'all could be getting ready to conceive a boy or be getting ready to have a boy. And I'm also getting that, you know, it could be a karmic getting ready to have a little boy and that's claiming your divine masculine as the father. Okay? But a child is a blessing. But if this child is 9 times out of 10 not your divine masculines, I'm going to keep it 100. I ain't going to hold y'all. But like I said, these karmics ain't playing fair, so they going to pull out whatever they need to pull out. Look, happy family, indecision. I can't make it up. Somebody trying to block y'all saying a child is your divine masculine. Yeah. And your divine masculine is trying to wait it out to see if this child is his before he comes to you. But at the same time, it's like, is it going to be too late? I don't want to wait. Yeah, I'm hearing, I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. One Tree Hill? Are you serious? Whose divine masculine is this? Showing their age. One Tree Hill. I just heard One Tree Hill intro. But look, hostilities. I'm telling you, it's people trying to prevent you and your masculine from coming together. I'm telling you, door to personal healing and happiness. Because your divine masculine is choosing to heal. I had a dream of boys. Pregnancy, divine masculine said he ain't got no kids. Bye, bitch. Okay, Steve, for real, because they be playing the whole game with these kids and shit. Like, bruh, stop using kids. I feel sorry for these kids, man. That's why I'm so glad that, you know, I had a mother to raise me right. My mama wasn't perfect, no. But for the most part, my mama gave me the keys, for real. And I appreciate my mother. Because some of the shit I be seeing out here, these mothers allow their kids to do is absurd. Okay? Hostilities. Like I said, people are pissed off at y'all for choosing to heal and come together. Like, bruh, it's so crazy. Look, patience. Yeah, you've been patient. Patient, kind, understanding. You've been doing your healing work. You've been doing what you're supposed to be doing. Period, point blank. And with that 16 resonating down to a 7, like I said, your person is having that awakening. So you have to have patience. I know you've been patient, but your person is now seeing. They weren't seeing before. Their third eye is opening. Their third eye is awakened. So give them time to, you know, process this shit. Because it's a lot happening at once. It's spiritual warfare, and your person is understanding that. Yeah, first chakra, Archangel Michael. Yeah, root chakra there. Helping them to become grounded and protecting. Just know that you're divine masculine and you are protected. Definitely. Because y'all are on the right path. Yeah. Y'all are definitely on the right path. The temple path here. You're showing your divine masculine a different way. Yeah. Stay Prayed Up by Summer Walker was just on. So your person is realizing, yeah, the importance of prayer and staying in line with their higher self. Okay? Look, happy family. I can't make it up. I felt that. Yeah, they want to build this happy family with you. They see happy family with you. But the holdup is, for some of y'all, is this child your divine masculine? Yeah, because they feel like if this child if they come to you about this situation, they feel like you're going to reject them. And they really want this happy family with you. That's why they're trying to stay grounded. And that's why Holy Spirit is saying have patience and to know that y'all are protected. Yep. Holy Spirit, what else do we need? What's going on? What's the 411? Like the video for me. Thank y'all for tuning in. Look, appreciation. I can't make it up. Your person appreciates you more than you know. And they don't want to lose you. That's why it's taking them so long, because they don't want to bring this baggage to you. Because some of y'all are in that Queen of Swords energy. Like, what? You better not, huh? What? You better say the right thing. You better say the right. Your person don't want to say the wrong thing. I heard that. Do the right thing like Spike Lee. They want to do the right thing. But in order for them to do the right thing, they have to, get this ironed out with this child situation, because they don't want to bring it to you. But, they will. They're going to get it together. I feel like some of your divine masculines are going to find the courage to come forth and tell you about this situation, simply because they feel like the clock is ticking. Okay? Yeah, look. They feel like the clock is ticking. Walking away. They feel like you're getting away. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I can't make it up, y'all. I feel like I should be solidified by now, because I really can't make this shit up. But yeah, your person feels you walking away, and you are. Yeah, look, I said they want to take action. I'm telling y'all, bro. You niggas sidewalk. You ain't street. Your person is getting in that mode like, okay, I want my divine feminine. I gotta grab my nuts. I gotta grab my balls, and I gotta go get my boo. I don't care what I gotta do, who I gotta beat up. At this point, because they feel like you getting away, and they ready to take action on this union. It's been too long. I'm hearing that Aaliyah song. It's been too long, and I'm lost without you. Holy Spirit, what else? Look. Contract. Yeah. They had to fulfill a contract. And now that they feel like they had to fulfill a contract, period, point blank. But they want to sign a new one with you. Yeah, they want this balance. Yeah, they want that balance. They want that equal give and take. They know that you are the one, period, point blank. Yeah, all tied up. Yeah, I'm telling you, this situation about this child is a hold up. Somebody is really threatening your person with a child or some type of expose, like leaked information, like receipts or something. It could be a sex video. Or like could be like your person giving head to somebody or something. Like, I'm seeing that. And they threatening like, nigga, if you go over there, I'ma leak this shit on Twitter and everybody gonna see how you ate my pussy. Like, okay, bitch, then do it. Like, if that's how you feel, shit. It obviously, if he was doing all that, he felt something for you. Because the divine masculines, I'm not picking up on no hoe bags that's just out here licking and sucking on any kitty cat thrown at them. I feel like this person knows that your person had at one point, and this could be an old ass video too. Could be like 2 or 3 years old. And they like, nigga, if you go over there with your divine feminine, I'm gonna leak this motherfucker and everybody gonna see how you ate my pussy. She is too, and she gonna leave your ass and she ain't gonna never come back to you. And see, it was working at one point, but now your person is coming out of this illusion. It's like, okay, bitch, this is what I'm hearing. Okay then, bitch, do it. Shit, I know what the fuck I'm doing anyway. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but y'all masculine is gaining the courage, bruh. They tired of being tied up with these karmic energies. Yeah, third chakra. Like, I got the courage and the strength now, bitch. Try me. If you really feeling Froggy Leap at this point, because I'm sick of the threatening texts. I'm sick of the DMs. I'm sick of you blowing on my phone, calling me, calling my people. Like, your person is on that. Like, they don't want no more ties with this bitch. And that's what she is acting like. So it's coming out. I'm just channeling y'all person. Whether it be feminine, masculine. But I'm more so picking up on masculine. Like, bitch, if you gonna do it then. God damn. Because they don't want to leave your person alone. It's like they gonna find something. Because the magic then wore off. Now they like, what can I get? Oh, look at this old ass video. Let me go. Look at this. Look, remember this? I'm gonna put this like this. Do it. Half of that shit old anyway. Shit. And if you holding on to shit like that, you need help. Shit. Fuck you gonna do? Do it. I'm with your divine masculine now, bitch. If you gonna do it, do it. Cause I'm like that in real life. Shit, I ain't about all that talk. If you about it, do it. Feel me? Cause if it's me, I'm definitely gonna show you. I'm not a talker. I'm not. I have learned to communicate, yes. But when it comes down to it, I don't talk. Period. So if you feeling a way, act on it, baby. Please. Like, for real. These bitches being punks. All they been doing is playing with magic behind the scenes. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Threatening your masculine. Probably on your page, leaving stupid ass comments on your shit under fake accounts and shit. Like, bitch, you fat. Or you ugly. Like, bitch, take your raggedy, dusty, broke ass on. Because if you really had something going on, you wouldn't be on my page worried about what the fuck I'm doing while I'm getting money and bossing up on your ass. The fuck? Get out of here. Look, woman holding a coin. I can't make it up. I can't make this shit up. I'm not gonna make it up. Yeah, you getting that. And if you don't have, motherfuckers can't tell. But just know it's on the way. Period. Yeah, angel of balance. Yeah, because you learn how to balance yourself. Balance that fucking energy and shit. Whether it be light or dark, you've learned to balance out. You've learned the art of balance is what I'm hearing. You've learned how to balance out your light and your dark. Period. Because too much of anything is not good for you at the end of the day. Because if I'm too love and light, guess what? When I walk into that workplace or I'm walking down the street, people gonna think I'm sweet and they gonna try me. And then I'm gonna be in jail. And I don't want that. So yes, excuse me, ma'am, how are you? But don't try me. Match my energy. You match your divine masculine's energy. Yeah, you feeling me. Yeah. Can't make it up. Yeah, you tired of that. Ooh, look, adjacent possibilities. You tired of that indecisive energy, though. But you are opening doors. Y'all got new doors, new opportunities. Y'all about to have, man, so many options come your way. You know what it looked like it was doing is not what it's doing. You got to understand this is spiritual. It's spiritual warfare happening. And it was some skeleton key shit. Look, I can't make it up. That's some heavy ass dark magic. Shit. Y'all ever seen that movie? Y'all seen how they used all the mirrors and all that shit? Yeah. These bitches was on that. Period. Look. Door to value. I can't make it up. Holy Spirit said, would you show them so they can be quiet? Look, be quiet. Tell your haters, you can tell your haters, be quiet. Be quiet. Yeah. Because you finna get that money. You finna get paid. Everything, like I said, I can't make it up. Let's get into this tarot, though. Yeah, let's get into this tarot. Because, y'all already know. Get paid, young nigga, get paid. Get paid. Fuck these haters, man. Look, at the bottom of the deck. Strength card. Can't make it up. I can't make it up. Look, Queen of Pentacles. Get paid. You about to get what's yours. I guarantee you. Keep the faith, bruh. Don't waver right now. Ain't the time to be losing faith for any divine being. You better suck it up. You better pray and ask your divine team for some strength. You better not fold. You better not fold. Not on my channel. You better get your ass up. You better wrap whatever you need to get wrapped up. I hurt my ankle, but guess what? I wrap that bitch up and I get shit done. You better not fold. As much as I want to fold, I can't. I'm not. Get your ass up. Don't play with me. We don't fold on this channel. That's why I say no punks allowed. This ain't got nothing to do with me punking nobody or being a bully. It's about being a spiritual heavyweight. Shit, we Tyson over here. We knock shit out, okay? We might stumble. We might tilt a little bit to the side, but we don't give the fuck up. Fuck all that. That's for the weak. We ain't on that. Look, Ace of Wands, new beginning. I can't make it up. Yeah. Your person has to go through a long battle, a long road of betrayal in order for them to see this. Yeah, I'm so serious. Phyllis, it don't. But yeah, y'all about to have this new beginning. Look, new beginnings. Oh, Holy Spirit said, yeah, show them that. Oh, yeah. New beginnings, daughter value, cornucopia. Very happy. You're about to be fulfilled in every way. I can't make it up. But your person had to learn some lessons. Yeah, they had to go through some major betrayal. They had to pay that karma back. They did too much with you. You know, they were under magic, but, you know, they still got to pay for their actions, you know. So they can learn not to ever do that shit again. And now they see what they should have saw a long time ago. Look, Queen of Wands. Ooh, they said, ooh, there go my baby, and she looking fine, and I want her, and I want to give her this pipe, and I want to lay it down, and I want to hit it from the back, and I want to get her pregnant. If y'all can have kids, your person gonna try to, boy, your person gonna make sure. I'll tell you that. Y'all see how long that wine is? Y'all see how long that wine is? Yeah, just know they gon' everything. You getting it all. Oh, shit. Your person ain't playing with you no more. They said, I ain't playing with you no more. Look, I ain't playing with you no more. Four of Pentacles. They holding back from other motherfuckers. Like, nah, you can't have none. This for my divine feminine. And I love her. And I'm holding on to her. Get back. Yeah, your person like, get back. You don't know me like that. Holy Spirit, what's the 411? What do we need to know? Yeah, your root chakra. I'm telling you, your person, they in that root chakra energy. That fiery passion. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, your person like, yeah, I'm about to give her that. Look, this spiritual judgment, spiritual warfare is happening. I can't make it up. I'm not going to make it up. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, the gateway is open. Your person is finally seeing the light, okay? Look, Eight of Wands. Look, coming in fast, coming in hot. Heavy communication. All these wands, like I said, your person is about to tear your ass up. A lot of y'all ain't even been having sex. Look, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. They can't handle it. It's too much. They are surrendering to this connection. You know, they went through some defeat, though. You know, they feel ashamed and embarrassed because they can't believe that, you know, they were acting in such a manner. And it's like, I'm embarrassed for myself. Like, bro, I should not have done my divine feminine like that. Because you wasn't doing nothing but shining. Look, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah. They built a false foundation with somebody else. You know, they were giving. They thought they were building a family, and it turned out it was nothing like that. You were home to them the whole time with the Ten of Pentacles here. Yeah. Look, Fool card. Yeah, your person was a fool. Now they about to be a fool for you. Look, Two of Cups. I can't make it up. Look, the Magician. Yeah, manifesting. Your person said, I told y'all person up there doing, you know, sex magic and shit. Look, with the Hangman. Yeah, they are being enlightened. Okay? They were stuck in something. And yeah, and they no longer want to be. They are no longer going to continue to stagnate this connection is what I'm seeing. Yeah. They want to be stuck like glue to you. Like you stay on their mind. It's like they can't get you off of their mind. You know, you're the forefront of their thoughts. And that's also kind of tricky to them. Like, this is one feminine energy that has always stayed in the forefront of my mind, no matter how much I tried to push her in the back. You always stood out with the Queen of Wands energy. You know, even though you are the Empress, but right now this Queen of Wands energy is like sticking out to your person. You've always shined. You've always stood in your power. You always went to go get what it is that you wanted out of life. You hear me? You was a go-getter. You pressed. You did what you was supposed to do. Even through the battles and the obstacles that was sent your way, you still remain beautiful and poised through it all. So your person is recognizing that in you. And now they want this relationship. They know you're their soulmate. And now they trying to manifest and they getting into their alchemy energy and trying to bring you home. And now they like, damn, I can't get her off my mind. I'm stuck like glue. You know, shit, that's my baby. Look, 10 of Pentacles. They want to come home. Ever by Tiana Taylor. The person wonders if you ever think about them. My nose is itching. Yeah, look. Spiritual judgment. This is a judgment call. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Yep. Look at all these haters in the background. 5 of Swords. Trying to cause your person mental doubt. And cause your person to self-sabotage by playing all these rumors, lies, and gossip. Look. The Moon card. Secrets, lies, and gossip. All this shit is coming to light. Now your person like, damn, y'all was just hating on my boo the whole time. Like, y'all was being haters. Being haters. Yeah. Holy Spirit, what else? Look, the Death card, 6 of Cups. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles, overall energy. Yeah, your person like, that's mine. I'm going to go get her. Yeah, your person wants to come back. Period. They went through that major ending. Now they see where they belong. It's like, damn, that whole time I was over there, I was free to be myself. It was always love. And, you know, we could flirt, we could laugh, we could talk. You know, we could just be ourselves. Now your person wants to come back to what once your person thought was dead and gone. They want to come and revive this connection. Especially with the Ace of Wands there. Yeah. They want to come and revive this connection. You're the sweetest thing I've ever known. Period, point blank. 6 of Cups. Y'all have a deep bond. You know, even when you and your person ain't talking, the bond is always there energetically and spiritually. And your person sees you as a go-getter, a hustler, like you could take care of yourself. Like some of y'all could be business owners, own your own business with the Queen of Pentacles here. Or very, you know, just very lucrative. Like you know how to make money. Like, yeah, thank you, Holy Spirit. You know how to make your own money. Queen of Pentacles, daughter value. You know how to make your own money. You know how to get it. You never needed your person for anything materialistic because you always had it. And if you didn't have it, you always found a way to get it because you're creative. Like when it comes to finances, your person definitely sees you as someone they could build with. And yeah, I didn't want to mention it, but the 5 of Wands people, you know, they wanted to put themselves in competition with you. And it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. But they didn't want to see you and together. So they was like, we're going to do what we got to do. Yeah. Don't give up at the bottom of the deck. Don't give up. Don't give up on this connection. Your person, Divine Masculine, if you watching this, you better not give up. I just said that. You better get your ass up. You better put some Neosporin on that shit. And you better get to moving. Doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because us Divine Feminines, we kind of tired. We tired in the spiritual realm too. Because we've been whooping ass. And shit. I don't know about y'all, but I know I be waking up in the morning like, woo. Lord, I know it was a long battle last night because my body be shot. And I know for a fact I'm getting the sleep I'm supposed to be getting. But I wake up in the morning and I know I astral travel. So, you know, we tired. Shit. We love y'all though. We gonna protect y'all as much as we can. But, you know, we be getting tired too. Shit. Holy Spirit. What do we need to know? Minimize distractions. New connections are here. Yeah, your person can't make it up. It's not worth your energy. Yeah. Not to continue to indulge in the distractions. No, it's not. No, it's not. Your Divine Masculine is seeing that. Like, they've been distracted this whole time. And they've been overindulging in the wrong energy. And now they're understanding it's not worth their energy. Yeah, blessings on blessings. Yeah. Because you, divine feminine, are manifesting blessings. Everything happens in divine timing. So understand that, if you and your person aren't together yet, it was because of, divine timing. Both of y'all probably still had lessons to learn. Or, I'm saying, your person still had lessons to learn. Either way it go, this is about mastering self. You're supposed to put self first. Self-love is the best love of all. Okay? And allow God to lead you, and whatever's meant for you will come to you. You don't have to chase anything. So understand that. As long as you were chasing your person, no, they weren't going to come in because they weren't going to learn the lessons that they needed to learn, or vice versa. So a lot of people get that misconstrued. Why ain't he here yet? Why ain't he done what he's supposed to? You said no. What are you doing? Because in order to get this to manifest into your reality, you have to be doing the work. And that goes for myself included. So don't ever think that I'm excluding myself when I'm talking, because I'm not. As I minister to you, I minister to myself. I got to look at myself in the mirror too. And I want to be happy with what I see and feel. I don't know about y'all. Yeah, you got to though. Because understand it's a little more tedious for the masculine energies, because a lot of them have been manipulated a lot, especially during childhood, and they grew up around a lot of toxicity. And I'm not saying divine feminines haven't either, but from my experience, I've experienced a lot of masculines who grew up around toxicity, and that's what they were used to, and that's how they would, exude themselves in a relationship or friendship. And and they needed to heal. That's why I never worked, because I needed to heal. Because if I was still in that situation, it was something within myself that was wrong, and I needed to heal. I hadn't truly healed from. So yeah. Bruised, not broken. Yes, bruised, not broken. That I am. Like I said, 9 of Wands energy. You're masculine. Yes, he's bruised, but he's not broken. And you have to learn, as the divine feminine, you have to nurture them even when you don't want to. That's unconditional love. Even when they piss you off, like, oh, I should punch you in your fucking throat. But come here. Let me give you a hug. Shit, get over here. You smack them a little bit. Don't do that again. Shit, next time it ain't going to be a smack. It's going to be me upside your head. Sometimes you have to talk to your divine masculines like that, because they never had that type of mothering energy. Energy of unconditional love, yet discipline them and let them know when they're wrong. A lot of them never really had that mothering figure in their life unless they were giving something, like giving money to their mother, or taking care of, the household, allowing, grown-ass women to sit back and leech off of your divine masculine, because in their mind and heart of hearts, they're doing the right thing, because this is my mother. This is my sister. I'm all they have in this life. I got to make sure they good even when they significant others don't. Y'all got to understand that. That was a toxic, outdated way of thinking. And it held a lot of control over your masculine's free will and actions, and the way they think, and the way that they act on things and handle situations in their lives. So it's a lot that tie into it. So that's why I'm saying, when people get on here and be, like, fuck him, and whoop, and that motherfucker did this and that, he could never, ever, ever, and he bet not he could have that karmic bitch and they could live with herpes. Why even wish that up on your divine masculine if you love him? If you're a divine feminine, answer me that. Because as much as I love my twin and would love to come into union with my twin flame, guess what? If he decided to go somewhere else, hey, I have to respect that and love him from a distance. I'm not going to wish him ill will or harm. That's fucked up. What does that say about you? Go be great. I hope that y'all manifest nothing but greatness, because I am. That's where self-love comes into play. You have to love yourself enough to even root for your divine masculine when you don't want to. And you see them, maybe even being happy with someone else. You have to take that on the chin. Oh, well, maybe next lifetime. You know what I'm saying? But as long as these divine feminines keep negative perceptions and you know, visions of their divine masculines, that's what their divine masculines are going to exude. Negativity, stuck, stagnation. You got to be mindful of what you're saying and putting out into this universe. Everything is heard. Every action, every word spoken, every breath taken. So understand that when you speak these things onto your masculines or divine masculines, that shit, your words are your spells. Understand that. So I don't know why I needed to say that. Your loved ones in the spiritual realm are doing fine. So yeah, know that y'all loved ones love y'all. They doing fine and they there to protect y'all. Yes, AC, and I'm just not one of those readers that are going to encourage it. I'm not. So I don't care. People don't gotta like me. Yeah, spend more time healing. Like I said, your divine masculine got some healing to do. Toxic relationship with money. I told y'all. They were in stagnation because they were in a toxic relationship with money. Their mama, sister, they were caring for everybody. Y'all gotta understand when a person, when y'all know y'all person is a go-getter. We ain't with no bums. Let's just put it out there. Real true divine feminists ain't with no bums. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Shit. Because you know what you attract, right? It's the law of attraction. So no, we ain't fucking with no bums. So if you see anybody on the motherfucking comments, I'm out here a bum and well, maybe then bitch you're a bum. I'm just saying. Shit. I do too, but at the same time, Phyllis, I don't. Because at some point in time, you should learn how to use your discernment. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be so easily swayed. Like, I'm going to leave this reading here, but I do want to, look, good health. Good health and shine your light. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And wait. Yeah, patience. I can't make it up. Have patience. Self-love comes first. Look, Holy Spirit is always backing me up. I can't make it up. Me too, Barbara. But yeah, everybody don't though, AC. But yeah, y'all got good health, man. This is going to be a good, healthy relationship, partnership, friendship, whatever you decide to do, you know, with your person. But I just want to chat for a second. I hate to see that shit in the comments because it spreads like wildfire. It's contagious, you know, and I don't feel sorry for a lot of individuals, especially if you've been introduced to spirituality for, I say, at least 3 months or so. But even still then, you got to learn to use your discernment for real and stop fighting against it. Like, nobody should just easily have your mind wrapped around what they saying. You should always question me like, you know, maybe her energy wasn't quite right that day. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that you need to pay attention to. Your body, even if your mind don't say it, if your body gets a certain feeling or energy when you listening to certain readers or, you know, they say certain things, pay attention to that shit. Because that's your spirit man trying to alert you that maybe you need to, you know what I'm saying, do your research on this person. Maybe you need to kind of pay attention more so what they're saying. Maybe it's something that you may be missing that's not fit for your spirit and your soul, that's not feeding you in the right way. Like, I'm not going to lie. When I first got introduced to, you know, tarot, you know, I would try to listen to every reader, you know, just to see what was being said. But in doing so, you know, Holy Spirit led me like, nah, you can't listen to everybody because even people, you know, recording these readings and, you know, putting these readings out, sometimes their intentions aren't good. You know, some people want you to be in that miserable, depressive state because that's how they, you know, feed their pockets. Because anybody who is codependent on tarot to dictate, you know, the decisions they make in their lives, you know, they are easily swayed. They gonna give. That's why I tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? Listen to your intuition first. Don't keep coming to me for no reading. You should know. You know what I'm saying? You should know how to tap into your divinity and use your discernment and your intuition to help you make the right choice. And if not, maybe you need to go within. Like, tarot is not the answer for everything. I'm not going to sit up here and fake like it is. Tarot is to help guide, yes. Enlighten, yes. Give you confirmation, yes. But it is not for you to be codependent on. Because at the end of the day, we are all human. We all fall short, period, point blank. So my main source and who I lean on is the Most High God. Period. Ain't no questions asked about it. That's why sometimes I don't get on here and I don't do tarot for a while. Y'all might see me gone. It's because I got to focus and make sure I'm aligned and, I'm not addicted to, throwing cards and, getting in people's business. No, I don't want to do that. I want to get on here to be able to help people heal and, get people on the right path or at least steer them in some way, shape, or form, some right direction. Like a lot of these people use tarot and they get these people codependent on them and then all of a sudden they gone. I ain't doing tarot no more. I'm closing down my channel. So what was your intention for doing tarot anyway? You definitely fed your fat ass with that spiritual money. So now you're going to leave these people out here to dry? Where are you leaving their mental? You know what I'm saying? Now you're nowhere to be found, and now you don't know how these people take that shit. Some people might fuck around and really off themselves. Like, that's why I take this shit serious. I don't take none of this shit lightly. That's why I say, I am a healer, yes. But do I have a degree in psychology? No. So, will I encourage you getting therapy? Yes, the fuck I will. Shit, tarot is not meant to replace psychological help, period, point blank. Sometimes I don't like watching lives until I see the title to confirm I'm guided to. Yeah, that all ties into it as well. That ties into it as well because even though I'm able to tap into your energy, every reading that I put out is not going to be for every single one of y'all on this live. Now, will I say some parts may apply? Yes, I will. But that's where it comes in for y'all to learn how to discern which readings are for y'all and which ones are not. Because every individual is on a different timeline. But also, look, Four of Cups. Your person missing the hell out of y'all. They rejecting offers too, just so y'all know. But every reading ain't gonna be for you, period, point blank. And it's up to you, to tap in with your divine team and use your intuition, open up your crown and your third eye to say, hey, is this video for me? Should I watch it? Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I have to take a break from even my favorite readers because I'm like, hold on, you picking up on too much negative energy for me. I'm gonna go ahead, let me go ahead and back up a little bit, get the energy time to play out. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to tap in. But that's where you have to let your spirit guides use you because you have to understand we are on a platform. So we're reading for more than just one person. So you got to understand if you're not on the timeline we're picking up for, don't be mad if the story don't resonate. Maybe it's not meant for it to resonate. Because you don't want to call in that, specific reading if it's upsetting you into your life, into your physical. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. But yeah, that's why I'm also, mindful of that. You have to be careful what you allow into your energy. And who you allow to speak in your energy. I'm very big on that. And I learned that in church. You don't let everybody lay their hands on you and you don't let everybody pray into your life. You feel me? Same thing with spirituality. Everybody ain't of love and light. You got to be careful of them smiles. You know what I'm saying? Them, it's all love and light over here. Pay attention to them body movements. You know what I'm saying? Them messages. What are they always talking about? Is it always low vibrational? Is it always about the karmic? That's all you got to talk about is the karmic? I don't want to know about the karmic all the time. What my ancestors say? What my money looking like? You know what I'm saying? Are my manifestations coming into play right? What do I need to align myself to make sure even if my twin or whoever it is I'm looking for to come back into my life, you know what I'm saying? I can do good or bad without their ass. But I prefer the high vibrational good. That's what I'm going to say. So I mean, shit, people could say what they want to say, bro. Like, I ain't one of them, man. I'm just like y'all, bro. I ain't one of them readers that's like, yeah, I'm this and I'm that, and come to my channel and we this and we that. Gang, we all about truth over here. Healing and growth, bro. This ain't no competition for me. I'm really for all divine beings because we've been down for a long time. And it's time for us to claim back our rightful places and positions in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us have been trampled over. You know what I'm saying? Especially emotionally and mentally. It's time for us to heal ourselves and remember who the fuck we are and whose we are. You know? It's time to step into our power. Whether we in the twin flame journey or not. If God has called you for something, go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid. God is not giving us the spirit of fear. Fear is an illusion. Fear is low vibrational. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to step out on faith, bro. And I'm even talking to myself. Because I know, I see my journey. And I'm like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's scary a little bit. But if your dreams don't scare you, something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not content where I am. Yes, it's good money. Yes, I have good benefits. Yes, I can take care of my children and all that. But I have no passion for that no more. You know, they suck the life out of me in there. Spiritually. And I see it every day. I'm dealing with demons, bruh. Literally, y'all. I'm really dealing with demons every day. And then I'm going to spiritual warfare for those in that plant that can't go to spiritual warfare for themselves. So imagine how not only physically tired I am, but spiritually and mentally tired I am. And then I get on here and I give y'all these messages that the Most High wants y'all to hear and receive. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, it's more to me than just these cards. I've been on a spiritual, you know what I'm saying, journey since I was about 6 years old. When I had my first dream that scared the hell out of me. In my great-grandma's house in Louisiana. By her chicken coop. And I woke up in that room and I was by myself and I was scared as shit. And I had to go ask my mama what that dream was about because I didn't like what I saw. And then my mama started to help me understand that she told me as a child her experience with dreams and her gifts and all that. So, bruh, this ain't nothing new to me. I'm just getting up on here on this YouTube platform giving y'all the wisdom that God has bestowed on me ever so graciously. And continue to shed his mercy on me and protect me and mine every day of my life. You know what I mean? So, shit. It is time to collect the divine birthright. Yeah, I do replenish myself. I do. I always do. I stay prayed up. I stay protected. Nah, that ain't it. Cause I never, if my energy right, understand. If my energy ain't right, y'all understand. I'm not gonna come on here and give y'all a reading. So please respect that from me, please. Seriously, because if my mind and my mental and my spirit ain't right and I need some cleansing and some healing before I get on y'all, because I do not want to project that energy off on y'all. So please, as a reader, respect that, man. If y'all join me, I appreciate y'all, but understand, bro, I ain't on here all day, every day, pushing out readings on live. Like, bro, I really do. I'm fighting the spiritual warfare at work. And then I come home, you know, and then I'm dealing with, you know, the attacks from, you know, my divine masculine and us going through that, you know. So that's why I respect true divine beings, because I truly understand the spiritual warfare that we're under. Whether you're with your twin or not, you don't even have to be in union with your twin or be in communication. It's the spiritual and energetic connection between you and your person that's threatening. Because no matter how far, you know, how long y'all ain't been together, your person is going to always feel you in their energy. They're going to always feel you. They're going, especially when y'all praying and warring for them in the spirit, because they always get that spark of life, that energy from nowhere, that sacral chakra, you know, that motivation, you know, that strength. It's because you, divine feminine, are doing your job. You know, and I always tell everybody, you got to understand, women are we rule over the spiritual realm anyway. We are built for the emotional and spiritual, you know what I'm saying, side of life. You know, the males, they are more so, you know, the 3D. Yeah, they got some, I ain't going to take it away from them. Yeah, some of them really tied in, but for the most part, they're primal. You know, they protect, they provide, you know, they stand, they do their thing. You feel me? In that emperor energy. You know, we as women, we give the balance. We bring the balance. You know, we nurture that childlike side of them that nobody ever gets to see. That's one thing they don't talk about when it comes to the emperor. They like to portray the emperor as a very, demanding, stubborn, masculine energy, when really an emperor, all an emperor wants to do is to, relinquish, trust in someone and to know that they're not going to be betrayed, and they want to be vulnerable. But even in the Bible, that story of Delilah and Samson, so, it's a lot that tie into that, bro. Like, people don't really get into depth about all that. I ain't finna steer y'all wrong, bro. I've done my research. I've had very, strong spiritual leaders in my life. It's just now God is, saying it's my time to get on here and share my light and love to the world. Those demons definitely won't quit, Phyllis. They won't quit. That's why I say on my channel, we are helpers one to another, because as true divine beings, I'm getting goosebumps. Y'all feel what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying on this channel, like, y'all, we gotta be a strength to one another. We gotta unite. This ain't no competition. That's why I'm like, I don't know what they be doing on them other channels and shit, but I'm for all divine beings. And I'm for the karmics healing themselves as well. You know what I'm saying? But they got to be told the truth too. And if it ain't sweet, it ain't sweet. It's just up for you to take that shit on the chin and go heal and do what you're supposed to be doing. Because evidently, if I'm talking to a karmic, God is using me in a way to get your attention, to say, hey, wake up. You got a chance. I'm telling you to stop. Go heal. Take heed to it. But if you don't want to, that's on you. You're going to reap those consequences. Period and blank. And I've learned that, as well as being a mother to my children. Whatever I do affects them, regardless if I want it to or not. It's going to happen because they're a part of me. They're part of my tree of life. And they're under my wing right now. So that's why I tell anybody, if you can't respect me being a mother first, baby, we will never work, because my children are always going to come first. Period. Me too. Abundance and prosperity always. That's why it's coming in, So y'all stay strong, man. I'm about to tap out of here so I can get ready for work, and go about my day. You right, AC. I do see that happening as well. That's why I try to stay in the highest vibrations possible, y'all. That's why, I even had to unsubscribe to some of my favorite readers, because I didn't like the energy they was throwing out. It's like, bro, we all got spiritual gifts. Well, I'm not going to say all, okay? But I'm going to say, for the most part, most of us have spiritual gifts. It's not to be in competition with one another, or to who's the best reader, or who's more creative, or who can get the most readings and who can get booked. No, it's not about that. We're supposed to be using our gifts to help heal the world, man. Bring everybody together, not keep division up even more. Like, how do that even make sense? That's so weird to me. That's why I ain't gonna lie. It was one reader I shouted out on my YouTube, but I don't even follow her no more, because the Holy Spirit started showing me some things I ain't gonna get into, but I had to get her up out my energy. But she said something on one of her lives one day, and she was like, yeah, if you got a channel, post the link and I'll follow you. And I commented, I was like, and I ain't had nothing but maybe 15 subscribers or whatever the case may be. And I was like, well, you can follow my channel, and I posted the channel link or whatever. And she was like, nah, this ain't no clout chasing. We ain't doing this for clout. I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, you just said post the link and you will follow, but now you talking about we clout chasing and I'm clout chasing and I'm stealing followers. Like, what the fuck type of shit is that? And then on, I really started paying attention to her energy, and it was not pure. So I had to get her up out my energy, because I'm like, that don't even make sense. I don't have a problem with nobody shouting out their businesses, channels or none of that shit. We all for shit. We all supposed to be on the same damn team is what I thought. Shit. I didn't get on Tarot to be at war with no motherfucking body over subscribers and views and shit. That's dumb as fuck. Cause ain't shit getting done if that's your focus. Shit. It is weird, and I didn't understand that. You're welcome. I didn't understand that either, Phyllis. That's why I was like, whoa, I was kind of hurt a little bit because, you know, I'm like, shit, I thought we was all promoting healing and light and everybody, you know, coming into their higher selves and being connected to the Most High God and, you know, loving on themselves and, you know, connecting with the Most High again, you know, finding our divinity in our light. And then I saw this shit. I'm like, whoa. At first, I ain't gonna lie, it made me want to quit for a second. I was like, I don't know if I want to, because this ain't what I do. Shit. I don't, not beefing like that. Not over that. You know, I'm really a gangster. Like, I was in the streets. Shit, I don't do that. So all that, you know, pulling each other energy, trying to call each other out, I'm like, no. So y'all using y'all gifts to be, you know what I'm saying, malevolent, malicious? Like, what type of shit is that? I'm glad that I can. I'm so glad that I can, Barbara. But, yeah, I used to be like, what type of shit is that? Like, bruh, I ain't bringing nobody kids and nothing. Like, I done seen Rizzy start talking about people kids and shit. Like, what? Them kids ain't got nothing to do with what y'all grown asses talking about. That's why I stay in my own lane, bruh. I don't got time for that. Because I know what the Most High God done called me for. That's why I don't even be tripping. I don't trip over my subscribers. Because whoever's going to join is going to be sent from the Most High. That's why I ain't worried about, yeah, shout me out. Like, fuck that. I don't want no shout outs. Now, don't shout me out. I don't even want to be connected to you unless I know what your energy is about. Period, point blank. Shit. I don't care what nobody say. And I ain't putting no titles on me. I'm just a vessel here sent by the Most High, being used as he see fit. And I'm going to continue to do so, you know, and ain't nobody going to stop me from doing that. Yeah, I pray for these karmas to heal too because, you know, I feel for the karmas to a certain extent because I know a lot of them have been through a lot of trauma. But at the same time, I don't because at a certain age, we all have free will, bruh. And when you become a certain age, you realize right from wrong. You know when you know what I'm saying, doing magic on somebody and, you know, taking away their gift of free will. And you know when you doing somebody dirty. You know when you in a marriage and you cheating and shit and you having sex with other motherfuckers and shit. It's just that you become complacent, like these karmics become complacent with where they're at because they don't want to do the work because it's too much, because they'll have to really look at themselves in the mirror. And you can only place blame so far. You know, even me, like, real, like I said, I've experienced sexual assault on many occasions. I've been, you know, experienced domestic abuse and all that. But I didn't let that, you know what I'm saying, dictate to me how I was going to treat people, how I was going to do people, because I knew at the end of the day, my heart was pure. And I know that whatever I put out is what I'm going to receive. I just understand now that those were spirits that I was warring against. It wasn't necessarily the person. It was the spiritual warfare. And the devil didn't want me to have confidence. The devil didn't want me to love myself because then he can't stop me, because now I have that view. I can see I have that connection to the Most High. And now that the Most High is, you know, is acknowledging me and shining his light on me, you can't do anything to me because I'm in my purpose now. So it's like, yeah, they are sleepwalking. And it's sad because they're getting warnings. Like, we got people like me on here. I give everybody their fair share. You know what I'm saying? I give these karmics their fair share. I don't be coming for them like that. I don't come for them at all. But when Holy Spirit say, get that message about the karmics, I got to give it to them. That's why I don't like doing them like that, because I tap into too much and I don't like that energy. I'd rather stay, you know, on the high vibrational side, trying to figure out what us divine beings can do to heal and continue to be greater and go higher and ascend and elevate and really manifest and bring love back into the world, balance and shit. So, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in and chatting with your girl. I appreciate that. Y'all go support Spiritual Sage though. Like, that lady is she's such a sweetheart, man, and she been through a lot. But you know what? That's why I admire her, because she ain't stopped, you know, operating in her purpose. And I know she took a hard hit, especially emotionally and spiritually. But that lady keep on pushing. That's why I respect her. And she don't project that energy off on us. You know what I mean? She always in good spirits, even though deep down, a lot of us spiritual beings know she hurting. You feel me? But she keep on pressing. And that's why God's going to continuously bless that lady. For real. Because she's genuine and she's pure. And she do that shit from the heart, and you could tell. Me too, AC. You know, that's what we supposed to be doing, uplifting each other. And yeah, uplifting each other, bro. You didn't really see nobody out here supporting her like that. I just didn't say nothing because I know a lot of people like to, you know, grieve in private, because I know I do, you know, and we on a platform in the spotlight. So, you know, you don't really want, you know, everybody, you know, all in your energy. You don't want a pity party. You want to cope, you know, health in a healthy way, you know. But that lady is so genuine and pure, and I'm so glad to even just have ran across her channel, bruh. She keep going. She inspired me. She inspired y'all. Like, even when people be coming at her sideways, bruh, she keep it pushing. Like, that lady is, I love her. Well, when I say I pray for the Cormac, I pray for the world in general, bruh. It's so much going on. Y'all see they trying to prevent war from, you know, happening and shit. Oh, look. Karen Connections. Oh, we were just, see, I was just talking about unity and stuff. And that's just crazy how God, you know what I'm saying, made that card stick to the table. Yeah, bro, we supposed to be supporting one another, bro. I don't mind the Kermit's coming on my channel to get advice and listen, but when you on that bullshit trying to spy on the masculine, the motherfucking keep fusion and conflict up, that's when that shit gonna backfire, because you can't use me. You can't use the chosen. You can't do that. So whatever you think you getting from my channel trying to motherfucking go back and use against your divine masculine is only gonna backfire on you. Because those messages are given to you to help you move forward in a positive aspect. No, for real. Some of these Cormans do be off they rocker, though. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, because I'm going to be honest. I had to go off on one of my supervisors at work. I ain't even gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. And I was mad at myself because I had got out of my element. But at the same time, God dealt with me and was like, no, you needed to stand your ground, because a lot of my supervisors in that place feel like, you know, they above and superior. They had that, you know, that ego complex. You know, they think, oh, yeah, I'm running this. I could talk to you any kind of way. And I was like, hold up, swole up. And it's Black History Month. You got me fucked up, for real. So I had to pump her brakes real quick. You know, it wasn't the way that I wanted to, because I'm more so now I'll pull you to the side like, hey, you know, we're going to have to find a way to, you know, deal with each other, you know, on some woman-to-woman type shit. But nah, she wanted to make a scene. So God gave me reins to go ahead and raise up. And that's what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, like sometimes you really just have to go ahead and check that spirit within a person. Because it don't be them per se, it be that spirit. You know? So I had to go ahead and pump her brakes. My ancestors definitely wasn't having that. Bruh, that would have beat my ass. I don't want that. I had to. Ain't no punks over here. But understand that it was justified because it was more than just me around. So everybody witnessed that, you know, that incident. And they was like, well, she did. She was just doing too much. You know, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not really that type of person. Like, I love being happy and laughing and goofing around and all that. You know, but once you disrespect me, you gonna see another side of me, bruh. And I'll die for my respect. I'll tell anybody that. I fuck a job. When it come to my respect, you're not gonna treat me like no dog or talk to me like I'm some peasant and shit. No. We all getting checks from somebody else. You better humble yourself. Shit. But all right, y'all. I enjoyed y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this reading, man. I'm about to go get some rest. Y'all make sure that y'all get the rest that y'all need. Do y'all healing work. True Squad, gang, gang. I love y'all. If you subscribe, make sure you bang that notification bell, okay? So you'll always be notified. And everything will be listed down below in the description box if you would like to book a reading with me, okay? I really enjoyed y'all tonight. I love y'all. Be safe. Make sure y'all say y'all prayers tonight. Burn a little Palo Santo to keep that positive energy going on your... Oh, y'all start listening to different frequencies when y'all go to sleep too. That helps a whole lot because the subconscious mind is way more powerful than you know, when we are up in the physical. So, yeah. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Mwah. Namaste.